My frustration with Katt Williams comes from, you keep pointing at Hollywood. Hollywood this, the white man, this, and this. When do you take responsibility for your actions?
In a town where rumors are as common as red carpets, Kevin Hart has just unleashed a verbal tornado aimed straight at the irreverent and unfiltered Katt Williams. It's not just your run-of-the-mill Hollywood spat. It's a clash of comedic titans, a feud that threatens to redefine the laughter landscape. In this exclusive expose, we'll unravel the juicy details that make this feud one for the history books as we ride through the highs and lows of Kevin Hart's message to Katt Williams and the endless drama that comes with it. Kevin Hart's message to Katt Williams. It all started on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay YouTube show, where Katt Williams, known for his no-holds-barred approach, took aim at fellow comedian Kevin Hart. Williams didn't hold back, unleashing a barrage of highly inflammatory comments that left the comedy world buzzing. Williams made a bold claim in the interview that sent shockwaves through Hollywood. He stated, "In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him, ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club." These words struck a nerve, as they directly challenged Hart's status as one of the industry's most successful and beloved comedians. Williams seemed to question Hart's talent and popularity, suggesting his success was merely a facade. As the interview continued, Williams didn't stop there. He delved into the movies Hart had worked on, claiming that every single film Hart did during a 5-year period was originally on his desk. Williams alleged that he had requested changes to the scripts, removing what he referred to as "steppin' fetch it" and overtly homosexual content. Steppin' Fetch It, a controversial figure from the 1930s, was known for perpetuating negative stereotypes of black people. Williams argued that these elements were unnecessary for comedy and questioned why they were included in the films Hart ultimately starred in. Williams expressed frustration, stating, "Like it doesn't need to be overtly homosexual, because I'm not homosexual, right? It doesn't need that to be funny, right?" He believed that his standards were being compromised, and he was portrayed as bad for standing up for his principles. These comments from Williams were shocking and controversial, igniting a firestorm of debate among fans and critics alike. Some questioned the validity of Williams' claims, while others saw it as a bold and necessary critique of the industry. Regardless of where one stands on the issue, it's clear that Williams' words struck a chord with Hart and the comedy community as a whole. The question now is, how will Hart respond to these scathing remarks? Hart took to X to address Williams' comments head on. In a post that quickly went viral, Hart wrote, "Gotta get that anger up out ya, champ. It's honestly sad." While expressing his disappointment, Hart also used the opportunity to promote his upcoming Netflix film, Lift. Fans and critics alike were eager to see how Hart would defend himself against Williams' claims. Would he take the high road or engage in a war of words? The anticipation was palpable. Alongside his response, Hart shared a trailer for his upcoming film, Lift, adding fuel to the fire. In the trailer, there's a moment where actress Gugu Mbatha-Raw says, "They really love you," leading many to speculate that Hart was referring to Williams. Fans and critics were divided in their reactions to Hart's response. Some applauded his restraint and maturity, while others felt he should have confronted Williams more directly. The debate raged on, fueling the fire of this already intense feud. The feud between Hart and Williams has captivated audiences and sparked intense discussions within the comedy community. It has become a topic of conversation at comedy clubs, on social media, and among industry insiders. For Kevin Hart, this feud has been a test of his resilience and ability to navigate controversy. Despite the criticism, Hart has continued to thrive in the entertainment industry, starring in numerous successful films and maintaining a strong presence in the comedy world. Katt Williams, known for his unfiltered and provocative style, has also weathered the storm. While his career has had its ups and downs, Williams remains a respected figure in the comedy community with a dedicated fan base that appreciates his unique brand of humor. The feud between Hart and Williams has sparked debates about talent, success, and the nature of comedy itself. It has forced audiences to question their biases and preferences and the industry's standards for what constitutes a successful comedian. As the dust settles, it's clear that both Hart and Williams have left an indelible mark on the comedy landscape. Their feud has become a part of their respective legacies, shaping the way they are perceived by audiences and industry insiders alike. Katt Williams, diss on Hart. In the glitzy realm of Hollywood, where laughter is currency, Katt Williams recently dropped a bombshell that sent shockwaves through the comedy circuit. During an epic appearance on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay YouTube show and podcast, the veteran comedian didn't hold back, aiming his comedic artillery at some of the biggest names in the industry. The primary target? none other than the diminutive dynamo himself, Kevin Hart. But this was no ordinary jab. It was a scathing podcast diss that peeled back the layers of Hart's rise to stardom, leaving listeners on the edge of their seats and the internet ablaze with speculation. With his signature wit and unfiltered candor, Katt Williams took center stage on Shannon Sharpe's podcast, and what followed was nothing short of a comedic spectacle. In the nearly 3-hour episode, a record breaker for Club Shay Shay, Williams spared no one, including comedy heavyweights Cedric the Entertainer and Steve Harvey. However, it was his verbal assault on Kevin Hart that took center stage, rekindling a long-standing feud and unleashing a cascade of revelations that left fans and industry insiders scrambling for their popcorn. The crux of Williams' diss against Hart revolved around a startling claim that Kevin Hart is an industry plant. In the freewheeling interview, Williams asserted that Hart's meteoric rise to fame was not as organic as it seemed. According to Williams, Hollywood studios handpicked Hart, dubbing him an industry plant, strategically placed to follow a preordained path to success. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him, ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club, Williams quipped. He already had his deals when he got here. What do you think a plant is? Williams went on to claim that many of the movie roles Hart landed were initially offered to him. He painted a vivid picture of a Hollywood where his suggestions for script revisions aimed at removing potentially offensive content were ignored, only to see the same revisions implemented when the roles went to Hart. For a 5-year period, every single movie that Kevin Hart did was a movie that had been on my desk, that all I had said was just, can we take some of this step and fetch it asterisk T out, and then I can do it like it don't need to be overtly homosexual because I'm not homosexual, right? It doesn't need that to be funny, right? Williams claimed. And me saying that and them going, oh yeah, no problem. And then going to give it to this other guy and having him do it just like it was and acting like I'm a bad person because I keep standing on my standard. The podcast diss has ignited a storm of speculation within the entertainment industry. While some dismiss Williams' accusations as the product of long-standing grudges, others wonder if there's a kernel of truth to his claims. The idea of an industry plan has long been a topic of discussion in Hollywood, with whispers of behind-the-scenes maneuvers to propel certain talents to stardom. Williams' vivid anecdotes about rejected script revisions and missed opportunities add fuel to the fire, leaving fans and industry insiders questioning the authenticity of Hart's seemingly rapid ascent to superstardom. While the spotlight may be on the Hart-Williams feud, Katt Williams didn't reserve his comedic artillery solely for Kevin Hart. Cedric the Entertainer found himself in Williams' crosshairs once again, as the comedian revived accusations of joke theft. Williams claimed that Cedric not only appropriated his best joke, but also apologized for it, leaving the Club Shay Shay audience in stitches. Steve Harvey didn't escape unscathed either. Williams alleged that Harvey stole the concept of his hit sitcom, The Steve Harvey Show, from Mark Curry's Hangin' with Mr. Cooper. The podcast delved into claims of Harvey's dislike for Bernie Mac's Hollywood transition, with Williams suggesting that Harvey coveted an acting career without the necessary chops. In the whirlwind of Williams' verbal onslaught, rapper-actor Ludacris and comedian Michael Blackson found themselves caught in the crossfire. Ludacris faced accusations of being part of the Illuminati, a secret society believed to control global affairs. Williams claimed that both he and Ludacris were invited to an Illuminati gathering during the casting of Too Fast, Too Furious, and Ludacris allegedly cut a deal involving a drastic change in appearance for a lucrative movie contract. In response, Ludacris fired back with a rap freestyle, vehemently denying any involvement with the Illuminati and challenging Williams' claims. On the other hand, Michael Blackson was targeted for his alleged use of a fake accent. Williams took a dig at Blackson's comedic persona, claiming that he was a real African using a fake African accent. Blackson responded with a witty retort, suggesting that Williams strategically attacked the top comedians to regain relevance. As the dust settles from Katt Williams' explosive podcast diss, Hollywood finds itself on the front lines of a comedy battlefield. The feud between Williams and Hart has revived long-standing tensions and sparked broader discussions about authenticity and manipulation within the entertainment industry. Whether these accusations are the result of genuine grievances or theatrical posturing, one thing is certain: the laughter business has never been more serious, and the world eagerly awaits the next punchline in this high-stakes comedy saga: beef. The beef between Kevin Hart and Katt Williams didn't just happen overnight. It has its roots in a series of clashes and insults that date back to 2014. Let's take a closer look at the early moments of their feud. It all started in August 2014 when Katt Williams spoke to TMZ Sports and was asked about the funniest athlete. Williams didn't hold back and took the opportunity to swipe at both Shaquille O'Neal and Kevin Hart. He suggested that Shaq and Russell Simmons should stay in their lane and criticize their attempts at comedy, but he didn't stop there. Williams called Shaq a bum and looped Hart into his remarks, saying, "Get out of here, you bum, before I take the rest of your girls like you took Kevin Hart from me. I want my." This initial jab set the tone for their ongoing feud. In February 2016, during his conspiracy theory tour, Katt Williams referred to Kevin Hart as a puppet during a comedy tour stop in Atlanta. He took the opportunity to address the audience and said, "I've already proven that if the best they got in comedy is Kevin Hart, don't you boo a black man working hard, baby. Even if that nigga's a puppet, it's not his fault. We don't get mad." Williams continued, using an analogy to drive his point home. He said, "Just because I'm better than some black dudes doesn't mean I'm better than no black dudes. I'm saying if you want to be mad at Kermit the Frog, don't be mad at Kermit the Frog, be mad at Jim Henson. Don't say f Donald Duck when you really mean f Walt Disney." Hart, known for his quick wit, responded to Williams' comments with a subtle reply via Instagram. He shared a photo of himself, Dave Chappelle, and Chris Rock at the 2016 Academy Awards. In the caption, Hart emphasized the importance of sticking together and supporting one another as comedians. He wrote, "True professionals understand the importance of sticking together and supporting one another. At the end of the day, we are comedians, and there aren't many that make it to the level that we have made it." But the feud didn't end there. In March 2016, Williams took another jab at Hart, this time challenging him to a $5 million challenge ahead of a tour stop in Philadelphia, Hart's hometown. In a video shared by Hip Hop DX, Williams directly addressed Hart, saying, "I seen your stuff on social media. I know what you do, but you do it for play. If you do for real, here it is, Kevin. I got a show at your hometown in Philly. I'm gonna tape my special there. On that stage, we can put whatever you want. A full court basketball court, a boxing ring, 2 microphones for a rap cipher, or you can get your dusted in comedy on that stage." Williams didn't hold back, adding that the bet should be set at $5 million. He even took a dig at Hart's financial success, saying, "Mr. $28 million in Forbes. I'll be bringing mine in cash, Mitch. Bring yours however you want. And since you're not a puppet, don't bring any white people with you then." Despite the heated exchanges, there were moments of reconciliation. In March 2016, Williams publicly apologized to Hart during an appearance on V103 Atlanta's The Big Tigger Show. He expressed regret for his previous comments and acknowledged that Hart is the reigning king of comedy. Williams humbly apologized to Hart and Heartbeat Productions, the Plastic Cup Boys, and anyone associated with Kevin Hart. He admitted that attacking Hart with such vitriol was a mistake and attempted to make amends. However, the feud took another turn in September 2018 when Williams criticized Tiffany Haddish during an interview. He questioned her comedic ability and whether she could pull crowds for a major tour. Hart, always one to defend his peers, came to Haddish's defense during an appearance on The Breakfast Club. He expressed his frustration with Williams, asking when he would take responsibility for his actions. Hart accused Williams of not using his platform to bring others up and suggested that studios stopped working with Williams due to his drug use. He emphasized the importance of supporting one another in the comedy industry. The back-and-forth insults continued, with Williams claiming in September 2021 that a comedy-style versus battle between him and Hart would be cheating. He boasted about his extensive body of work, including over 10 specials, and confidently stated that he could defeat anyone whose last name isn't Pryor. Williams suggested that the battle wouldn't match how people thought it would. Most recently, in January 2024, Williams lambasted Hart during an episode of Shannon Sharpe's podcast, Club Shay Shay. He criticized several comedians, including Hart, suggesting that Hart is an industry plant. Williams claimed that in his 15 years in Hollywood, no one has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show or seeing him receive a standing ovation at any comedy club. He questioned Hart's early success and accused him of having deals before he even arrived in Hollywood. Hart, not one to back down, responded to Williams' digs on X, formerly known as Twitter. He called Williams' behavior sad and expressed the need for him to let go of his anger. Hart then appeared on ESPN's NBA Unplugged and playfully mocked Williams. He joked about the claims Williams made during the interview, including his alleged reading of 3,000 books a year between the ages of 8 and 12. The feud between Kevin Hart and Katt Williams has been a roller coaster ride of insults, challenges, and public exchanges. The recent exchanges between Hart and Williams highlight the ongoing nature of their feud. While Williams continues to criticize Hart and question his success, Hart responds with a mix of humor and dismissal. Their feud has become a battle of words and egos, with each comedian trying to assert their dominance in the comedy world. It's important to note that despite the insults and challenges, there have been moments of reconciliation and apologies between Hart and Williams in the past. However, their recent comments suggest that their feud is far from over. The tension and rivalry between these two comedic powerhouses continue to captivate audiences and spark debates among fans. Katt Williams taps Hart's ex for his tour. As we fast forward to the present day, the announcement of Katt Williams tapping Hart's ex, Torrei Hart, for his tour adds a new twist to their ongoing feud. Torrei Hart, known for her comedic talent and past marriage to Kevin Hart, has recently announced her participation in Katt Williams' Dark Matters tour. This announcement has left fans and industry insiders buzzing with speculation. Is this a strategic move by Williams to further provoke Kevin Hart? Or is it simply a business decision based on Torrei's comedic prowess? To understand the significance of this collaboration, we must first acknowledge the history between Torrei Hart and Kevin Hart. Torrei and Kevin were once married, and during their relationship, Torrei was credited with molding Kevin's comedy. She played a significant role in supporting and nurturing his career during their time together. However, their marriage eventually ended in divorce, and both parties moved on to pursue their individual paths. With Torrei joining forces with Katt Williams, it raises questions about the motivations behind this decision. Is Torrei seeking revenge against her ex-husband by aligning herself with his rival? Or is this an opportunity for her to showcase her comedic talent and establish herself as a force to be reckoned with in the comedy world? Regardless of the underlying motivations, this collaboration has undoubtedly added fuel to the fire of the feud between Katt Williams and Kevin Hart. It's no secret that Williams has been vocal about his criticisms of Hart in the past. Williams has not held back in his critiques, from questioning Hart's authenticity to suggesting that his success is based on pandering to a mainstream audience. By bringing Torrei Hart into the mix, Williams has taken a bold step that will grab headlines and generate even more attention for his tour. The decision to tap Torrei, someone with a direct connection to Kevin Hart, is a calculated move that amplifies the tension between the two comedians. But what does this mean for the feud itself? Will it escalate to new heights, or could this collaboration potentially lead to a resolution? Only time will tell. It's possible that this unexpected partnership could serve as a catalyst for a deeper understanding between Williams and Hart. Perhaps it will provide an opportunity for them to put their differences aside and find common ground. On the other hand, this collaboration could also intensify the rivalry, with Kevin Hart feeling personally attacked by the involvement of his ex-wife. It's no secret that personal relationships can add an extra layer of complexity to professional conflicts. The inclusion of Torrei Hart in Katt Williams' tour may reignite old wounds and push the feud to new heights. As fans and observers, we can only speculate about the implications of this collaboration. Will it lead to a resolution or further divide these two comedic powerhouses? One thing is for certain, the comedy world is buzzing with anticipation, eagerly awaiting the performances of Katt Williams and Torrei Hart on the Dark Matters tour. Hart's reaction. This surprising development has added a new layer to the ongoing saga between the two comedians. Kevin Hart, however, seems unfazed by this twist, taking the high road and expressing support for Torrei's venture with Williams. When recently approached by TMZ for his thoughts on Torrei joining Katt Williams on tour, Kevin Hart responded with a calm and positive demeanor. "My success is my success. I want everybody to win. I love everybody," said the ride-along star. Hart's reaction reflects a mature and composed attitude, refusing to engage in further drama or animosity. Despite the history of conflicts between Williams and himself, Hart wishes Torrei well on her new comedy journey. Torrei Hart took to Instagram to share the news of her collaboration with Katt Williams on the Dark Matter tour. In a carousel post, she included a photo of herself with Williams, a promotional poster for the tour, and a clip from Williams' controversial Club Shay Shay interview. The post revealed select tour dates, including stops in Charlotte, Orlando, and Tampa, with promises of more dates to come. The choice of venues and cities adds an element of anticipation to Torrei's involvement. Despite the potential for heightened tension with Torrei joining forces with his comedic nemesis, Kevin Hart chose the high road. His comments to TMZ exude positivity and support, reflecting a mindset focused on personal success and growth. Hart's refusal to engage in negativity and drama is a testament to his maturity and experience in navigating the often tumultuous world of celebrity feuds. Whether this partnership will escalate tensions or lead to a resolution remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the world of comedy is as unpredictable and entertaining offstage as it is on. tumultuous relationship. As of the latest reports, the relationship between Katt Williams and Kevin Hart remains as complex and dynamic as ever, with hints of both camaraderie and tension. Their journey from occasional collaborators to occasional rivals has kept fans and industry insiders on the edge of their seats. The duo's relationship has witnessed its fair share of public spats and verbal jabs. Katt Williams, known for his unfiltered commentary, has been particularly vocal about his views on Kevin Hart. In one of his explosive Club Shay Shay interviews, Williams didn't hold back, accusing Hart of being an industry plant and questioning the authenticity of his rise to fame. Their disagreements haven't been confined to private conversations either. Social media platforms, especially Twitter, have witnessed the two comedians engaging in public exchanges that range from cryptic to downright direct. In response to Williams' comments, Hart took to social media, urging him to get that anger up and dismissing the accusations as sad. Adding a spicy twist to the narrative, Torrei Hart, Kevin's ex-wife, recently announced her involvement in Katt Williams' Dark Matter comedy tour. This unexpected collaboration raises eyebrows and fuels speculations about the motives behind Torrei joining forces with Williams. Could this be a strategic move to escalate the feud, or a surprising turn towards reconciliation? Behind the scenes, industry whispers suggest that their relationship might be a mix of professional rivalry and personal clashes. Both comedians have experienced immense success in their careers, and competition in the entertainment industry is often fierce. While they might have had common ground as comedians navigating Hollywood, the struggle for the throne of the comedy kingdom has fueled the flames of their intermittent conflicts. Despite the publicized disagreements, there have been instances where Katt Williams and Kevin Hart showcase camaraderie. Comedy, being a tight-knit community, often witnesses comedians playfully poking fun at each other. The on-again, off-again nature of their friendship keeps fans guessing, wondering if their banter is all in good humor, or if there's an undercurrent of genuine tension. The exact reasons behind Katt Williams and Kevin Hart becoming friends, given their roller coaster relationship, remain somewhat of an enigma. Perhaps it's the shared experiences of navigating the unpredictable world of comedy, or the understanding that comes with being in the spotlight. Whatever the case, their friendship, like any compelling storyline, continues to evolve with unpredictable twists and turns. As of now, predicting the future of their relationship is as challenging as predicting the punchlines in their stand-up routines. Will their paths continue to cross in a clash of comedic titans, or will they surprise everyone with an unexpected alliance? Only time will tell how the narrative of Katt Williams and Kevin Hart unfolds, keeping their fans hooked on the edge of anticipation for the next chapter in this intriguing comedic saga. This was all about the drama between Kevin Hart and Katt Williams. Thank you for staying with us. If you enjoy our content, our newest videos are just a click away.